Welcome back to CBR MTG. This is the last matchup of our set of weekly matches. We've got Denis Mullins on Black Red Reanimator and Sylvius Leonard on Junk Nick Fit.
Nice.
What are your thoughts on the matchup, guys?
Oh man, this is one of those matchups where kind of Junk Nick Fit has just a strong disadvantage against Black Red Reanimator. The Reanimator is so powerful and so fast that it's going to be tough for Nick Fit to keep up. They're going to need to win a die roll. They're going to need to therapy, and they're going to need to hit on that therapy, as in blind hit on that therapy, and subsequently next turn they'll need a Veteran Explorer in order to therapy again. And that's if Denis doesn't have a Chancellor or any amount of redundancy whatsoever. It's gonna be a really tough matchup. If Sylvius can weather the initial 2 to 3 turns, it does look pretty good as he sets up his mana base, as he sets up putting a Pernicious Deed in play that can maybe take care of even something that costs a lot of mana because of how much acceleration is in the Nick Fit deck. But
I guess that's the advantage is if something does come down, they do have the possibility of blowing it up with Pernicious Deed.
Yeah. They can even get up to the requisite amounts of 8 to 9 mana in order to do that. Because
main deck Emrakul, right? And then you just like hard cast an Emrakul.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's exactly what Nick Fit does.
Don't worry about it. I wouldn't be surprised to see some Nick Fit players experimented with the 13 mana Emrakul.
A stream I was watching the other day, Nick Fit player cast an Emrakul. Mana
It seems like something that the deck is very interested in casting. You see Denis here having almost literal perfect. He's got a Chancellor. He's got an Unmask.
Got an Animate Dead.
Animate Dead. He's got an Exhume. All he needs is an Entomb or a Feather Slitting, and he's good to go.
So you're saying there'll be no Mullins for Denis?
You tried.
I tried.
Alright. Don't know what's happening here.
Denis is making sure to cut Sylvius's deck.
But it looked like he was also trying to like just hold Sylvius's hand.
Well, I mean,
who wouldn't hold Sylvius's hand?
Yeah, true.
He's adorable.
Sylvius, I think, is not going to be able to get this hand. Doesn't look very good.
No, it does not.
It was like 3D.
Maybe there is a land in there.
Alright. Did we...
He's getting the scry done. Chancellor coming down.
That's
making
such a beating.
Sylvius's turn just anemic, just nothing, I believe. If Sylvius is indeed going first.
Chancellor is a really good card.
It is a really good
I very
card.
much so don't enjoy it too much.
Therapy is just getting...
It's worth throwing it out.
Yeah, so you can deploy the Explorer and sack it next turn.
Also hope they miss the trigger.
Yeah, there's always that line.
I have played against
It has happened.
Missed his trigger.
Yeah. Not so much.
I've kind of stared at them and gone, and they just don't pick up on it.
I like to cast spell and go, okay.
It's always it's the same with like Chalice of the Void. I've had games where my opponent's Chalice has only been online for them. It's been really good.
If you're gonna play these cards,
he's unmasking himself. Put it in the graveyard. He's able to play the Chrome Moxie during Exhume and get it straight into play.
It's pretty rough.
Oh, that's gonna be tough for Sylvius to get through this with all of his spells being manatized. Oh, that deed, it's gonna cost 4, and then it's gonna cost 7 to kill that guy? Yeah, I don't think
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna really see this game coming to a conclusion in which Sylvius is the victor here.
This is what Black Red Reanimator does well.
Yeah,
it's quick, it's efficient, get it done. And get it done quick.
Choosing to pay it and not wait for the trigger.
Disgusting.
Always wait for the triggers.
Yeah, it's super tough for Sylvius to come out of this. Like,
it's tough for a lot of decks to come out of.
Though he's only swinging with the Chancellor. He doesn't have the G brand down yet.
No, it is.
Or
it is still a
God.
4-turn clock.
4 turns. It's
easy.
That's a few turns.
Yeah,
it's more than one.
Yeah, not wrong.
Like I said, I can sometimes do math, but generally not.
Yeah. Well, Sylvius here, I'm not really sure what he's looking for. Maybe there's a Toxic Deluge in his list. But he can really only take one more hit before Toxic Deluge is not in fact an out.
No.
Yeah, what could he play that would get rid of this right now?
That he would have main board.
Yeah, Deluge is the only thing I can really think of. Green Sun Zenith is could be okay, because he would be able to he can get a Deathrat Shaman down, but I don't think there's no creatures in the graveyard. He's just gonna play a deed.
A deed, yeah. I mean,
why not? I guess.
try.
Yeah.
Going to 5.
Yeah, I think it just might be over now.
Getting seized. Good. Crimson Zenith biting the dust. Finishes deed remaining in the hand. He knows what he's drawing here. He's facing lethal on board. All of his spells cost him additional mana.
Can he do it?
Is
Oh,
he
he's
trying?
gonna try.
In the wasteland.
Oh no,
Spin.
it's been top.
What has he found? Doesn't look like much.
Nope.
Thoughtseize?
Let's see it's himself.
Yeah.
Nice, cute. I like it.
Denis.
Not enough for lethal there, so
Yeah.
So you can't kill yourself with dignity. It's unfortunate.
just need to fetch land off the top or something, and I guess you'd need 2 thought seizes.
But we do know that Black Red Reanimator is vulnerable post board. Games
Pretty
2 and
vulnerable.
3,
Definitely.
it gets a lot harder for the Black Red Reanimator.
Yeah,
There's
versus-
all the
Oh,
surgicals coming in.
surgicals.
Wow.
Jeez Louise.
We're
And
prepared
depart
for
the
it.
exiles.
I think the camera meta is very prepared for
Oh, yeah.
Combo
Black Red
and
Reanimator,
thing,
and
yeah.
Surgical's a pretty good card.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has the surgicals for Storm anyway.
But no, yeah, I think Denis will have his work cut out for him this game
Definitely.
at least.
I think he's looking at those Reverend Silences, considering whether Leyline is a possible board card. He's just going to go with maybe the 2 or the 1. The Singleton. Ooh, spicy.
Ooh.
He's got Needles, Abrupt Decays. Yeah, it's tough. Considering Sylvius' graveyard head of choice is Surgical, not a lot
No.
Denis can really do to mitigate that.
I guess having the Chancellor opening forces Sylvius to pay the 1 and have the land.
Yeah.
Can't just keep the surgical.
Yeah. Yeah.
That should be pretty easy in Nick Fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the deck does play a fair amount of mana sources, and most of its mana sources, some of its mana sources, like allow you to accelerate and get more mana.
Nick Fit's an interesting deck, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty.
There's a couple of different variations that you see around, and they generally have the same.
It's the same core strategy,
core strategy.
of Veteran Explorer plus Cabal Therapy equals I have more lands than you.
Yeah.
However, you are also required to play whatever like 5 to 6 mana standard legal green uncommon has been released most recently in your deck. It's kind of a requirement of the archetype. I believe I've seen Ishkanar in some builds. I think Verdurous Gearhulk is probably the most recent one that's been printed that would be playable. Dragonlord Dromaker has really stuck around as well.
Yeah.
It's a way to just be a giant flying life-linking silence for your opponent during your turn, which is pretty good.
It's a pretty nice card.
Yeah.
I wouldn't complain about
Oh,
having that on board.
Not at all. Not at all. See Denis thumbing through, maybe thinking about what else to take out. This seems like a matchup where sideboarding can be a little tough. Because you have no idea what your opponent can bring in. Like, you have some idea, but this, in a format like with Legacy, there's just so many diverse options.
Yeah,
It's
is
just
it going to be surgicals? Is it going to be ley lines? You know, you can't pick and choose
maybe
it.
it's gonna be Tormod's Crypt, like maybe it's gonna be Spellbomb. Like, it's just like there's so many varied and different ways. Like your opponent could even have well, it's unlikely they would have Gratuitous Cage with Green Sun Zenith in their deck.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, when it's colorless, you can come out of anywhere.
Alright, hopefully they get shuffled up quickly so we can get this game 2 on the way.
I think an ideal opening hand for Sylvius involves having at least 1 to 2 8 pieces. I don't think he can really realistically keep even like a Cabal Therapy Veteran Explorer hand. He really needs to have an anti-Reanimator card in his opening hand. And he needs to have the mana to pay for potential Chancellor triggers, and he kind of needs to have something that's almost unmask proof as well. Like he needs to be able to be survive being duressed. You can see the Path to Exile there.
Path and double Cabal Therapy, I think?
Yeah. Path to Exile is an interesting inclusion out of the sideboard. I guess against the Black Red Reanimator deck, you just need to get rid of that guy forever exiled. So you don't have to deal with it.
Is alright.
Ooh, it's not too bad. No Chancellor for Denis here. He does have a bunch of stuff and Faithless Looting. Now, because there's 2 Faithless Lootings, there's not a lot of sense in
taking it.
it.
Yeah. Thoughtseize seems like a better
seems
answer.
fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You don't want any of your other removable pieces or hate pieces being removed from your hand.
What else does Sylvius have in his hand? Can we see?
It's got a Path to Exile and a
He's
Cabal
got a Path to
Therapy.
Exile. He has no land, presumably a fetch land that allows him to cast Path to Exile. Yeah. Denis firing off Faithless Looting here. Gonna dump 1 to 2 Grizzlebrains in the bin, potentially.
Would you dump both?
It's tough because you kind of don't want them to get surgical. So if you found another guy, you would probably dump 1 and 1 kind of thing, so you can like exhume and be okay. But he's just snapping off both of the Grizzlebrains. He knows they're not valuable in his hand, they're not doing anything, and that's basically all he's thinking about, I feel. For a Verdant Catacombs correct here, probably for a Savannah, so that he's able to get that green and white mana going on at the same time. You can see a Gaddock Teague in there, I think. You can see the aforementioned Dragonlord Dromoka up top. You can see a Knight of the Reliquary, a Sagada, Heron's Grace, which is a pretty nice nod to Liliana of the Veil, as well as Annihilator from Emrakul.
Yeah.
There's another relevant thing. As long as you don't die to the 15 damage coming at your face, your permanents are safe at least.
It's cool. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything is okay.
Now, having Thoughtseize here, he knows what's going on. Faithless Looting.
Got
so
him.
good. The second therapy coming down, taking away that Abrupt Decay. It's left with land Grizzlebrand.
That's pretty great.
This is the point where the Black Red Reanimator play gets salty. According to Sylvius, post game chat, Denis was a little unhappy.
Lightly
but that's
salted, yeah.
that's
we should have reversed the playmats, obviously.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
He sees a bunch of dark
from
rits
Denis's perspective,
podcast
it's
it.
pretty rough at the moment. I'm not sure why he didn't deploy that Pithing Needle, but
Death Rat.
I guess being able to deploy it now and name a Death Rat is pretty good.
Death Rat without having to worry about Abrupt Decay.
Yeah. It's a Vindicate there, using that sweet Judge art, or EMA art, leaving
Path in his hand.
yeah, would have been very tempting to just Vindicate Denis's land there, but I admire Sylvius' restraint in that he just wants to wait until Denis actually has something worth killing.
Swinging
Death
in
Rat
with the
Shaman.
Death Rat.
Now its abilities are nullified. It may as well get in
Yep.
and bring the pain. And also, Veteran Explorer now is one of those cards where its symmetrical advantage is really present because Denis displayed last game that he does have a swamp in his deck, so he would be able to go find that swamp if the Veteran Explorer died, and it would enable him to be able to cast those Faithless Lootings that are sitting in his graveyard. So it's in Sylvius' best interest to, unfortunately, keep it alive.
Leave.
Well, it's fine. It's doing alright as a swinger.
Yeah, it's really getting in there. Oh, Here we go.
Dark Rit.
Dark Rit. Flashback Faithless loading.
Yep.
Leaving black floating. Alright, I think he's drawn Chancellor and a Lotus Petal. Ooh, double Chancellor. Oh, and there's the breaks, I guess. He really just needs to find a reanimation card. That's all he wants.
Needs to find
Needs to find an Exhume, an Animate Dead, heck, even a Reanimator. Do it.
Another flashback.
Reanimate not so much maybe because it would cost him a little life and
it hurts.
Sylvius does have his army of dorks in play, really kind of assaulting Denis' life to lose.
Pitching the book.
Grizzlebrand and an Abrupt Decay.
I think at this point now, Reanimate won't even save him.
No.
Reanimate, I mean.
No. Reanimate will. Sylvius won't be able to attack past the lifelinker unless he has some kind of next turn. If he draws Reanimator, won't save him. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Just making sure he doesn't have it, I guess.
Yeah. Denis being able to benefit fully here by getting 2 lands. That's pretty good. Thinning his deck.
Has Sylvius proxied his basic lands?
Yeah, so is Denis.
They playtest.
So historically in league matches, at the very least, we've asked players to, if they're going to proxy their deck, just proxy the entire thing. Ooh, he's got an Exhume. Ooh. That's so unfortunate for that second Cabal therapy. Sorry, Reanimate. He isn't a Reanimate. It's brutal.
It's pretty brutal.
Them's the beats.
Dragon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Holy
That's the literal beats there.
When you're talking about an answer to Grizzlebrand.
Yeah.
It's
not a bad one.
Pretty good one. Oh. Denis is drawing approximately 10 million blanks here. I think the writing's on the wall here. He only has 1 turn really left before he's dying to that Dromica.
That's how Magic goes sometimes, though. I guess it's just
the variance of the game.
There is a chance of luck and mana flooding or just drawing literal pieces of shit.
Yeah. If you get frustrated about Magic, sometimes not being a game of skill, it's not a game for you.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Well, you'd also get really triggered by Black Reanimator.
Look at this redundancy Sylvius will be learning here. I have all of these.
Look at me.
Look at me with my many, many creatures that will kill you in your face.
It's like that dude that drives a Hummer. You know what he's really trying to tell us.
Yeah. Strong rhetoric.
Actually, no, I think Black Red Reanimator is more the dude in the Hummer.
Yeah, true.
As quick as possible. Hey, look at my big dude. Yeah. Anyways, tied up. I think, like I said, Black Red Reanimated decks in general as well have a difficult time sticking to their combo. Game 2 and Game 3 as they have to be slightly more.
Yeah, you definitely lose that surprise factor, right?
Yeah.
But
you gotta play around the hate.
This actually does put Denis on the play, which could be incredibly powerful as he does have kind of that Dark Ritual Entomb Exhume or Animate Dead line as a potential to just get a creature in play ASAP. If he's able to put a Sire of Insanity in play, that'll be GG for Sylvius, I believe. Turn 1 Sire really has that effect on the game.
Sylvius just really wants to get home.
He does.
I think it was about 9:30, 9:23 as I saw on the phone. Yeah. Which is, later than our legacy events usually go. Mm-hmm. And it's a weeknight.
It's a big night, yeah.
We have school. No. Some people might have school.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know uni starts again in 2 weeks.
Isn't James O'Rourke 16 or something?
Yeah, he looks like it.
Yeah.
High school the next day, yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. It's tough. I really thought after knowing him for 5 years or so, he would have graduated by now, but it's clearly not the case.
He's too busy playing Magic, that's why.
Too busy playing Magic. I do know people who have literally quit high school to pursue Magic the Gathering.
Well, Angus is starting uni this year, and we were telling him, about uni and saying, you know, you've got to study to an extent. And he goes, man, I feel like uni is just going to get in the way of magic time. And that's when you realise that maybe uni isn't for him. He should pursue the career in magic, I think.
Yeah, maybe priorities, you know, a little bit out of work.
No way. Magic is life.
Yeah, true.
Right?
True.
That's it. You do nothing but play Magic.
Do nothing but Magic Gathering.
And yeah, you know, these events that we hold every fortnight where you're allowed to play test cards, you don't have to necessarily put any money into it.
Yeah, easy BBGG. You keep earning those packs, eventually you'll be able to turn them into raw money, right?
Yeah, exactly. Open boosters for profit.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You can just take them into any local kind of like takeaway restaurant and be like, look, I got 6 packs, what can you do for me?
Yeah. Look, these could have cards in them.
Could have literally anything.
You know what cards are? Cards are worth money sometimes, so
it's true.
Honestly. And each one of these packs has 14 cards in it. 15 if you count best land. So really, am I getting ripped off? Yes, but you know, I'm willing to take the loss in exchange for, you know, eating.
Yeah, exactly.
Some
and
fried
you know,
chicken.
Yeah. It's exhilaration of opening packs.
How do you think I pay for my KFC today? I just tossed the person a polluted Delta and drove off.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I heard them being pretty excited, yelling about it a lot. So
whoa, polluted Delta.
Yeah, exactly. I just made them, you know, the happiest KFC employee they could possibly be.
They're calling you back. It's like, come back. No, I can't take this. This is too much money.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm a generous God. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just, drove off and just man, that's my good deed for today.
Yeah, really. Like,
it's like giving this guy a polluted Delta.
Yeah.
I think so. I think, yeah. Nah, Magic is one of those games that you can definitely kind of consume parts of your life.
Yeah. It's
a very time-consuming game.
The wallet path.
It's just, it honestly just has so much diversity in terms of ways you can interact with it.
Yeah.
The surgical.
Surgical in response to Reanimator. No! Great. Tossing the Grizzlebrand at him.
Tossing. Rip Grizzlebrand. Just getting surgical.
Goodbye, G-Brizzle.
No.
G-Brand.
Oh,
see you later, friend.
Maybe being a little bit more conservative with that line. And
well, you didn't see the surgicals game too, so...
Yeah, that's fair. It's tough.
But still. They're pretty common.
Yeah, now Denis's game plan is just kind of sit here for a million years and wait until I can draw an Entomb. And he's got to draw an Entomb and another land because I believe he has an Exhume in hand. And he's not able to put a Grizzlebrand in play, which is something that would recoup the card advantage he lost getting to this point. And he's also going to be punished by Nick Fitt's Cabal Therapy here. Because he's going to lose that Exhume. He's going to lose the only way he has really of doing anything in this game. Yep.
There he goes.
Rip Exhume and rip Denis.
And that could be it for him.
Yeah. It's so tough for him to get back out of this hole, especially with Sylvius being able to kind of run the jewels in terms of just keeping him in this game. He's just in so much control. There's so many cards in hand. He has a Veteran Explorer and Cabal Therapy combo if he feels like he wants to do that.
Basically, Sylvius can play Magic.
Yeah.
Denis
cannot.
Not so much.
Yeah.
He tried.
Well, he gets 2 basics now, so that's a...
He did
that's
in
a
game
bonus.
1, right? You know, that's enough Magic to play.
Yeah.
It's like one
He
game
played
of
one
Magic.
game.
Yeah,
It's
play one game of Magic.
It's enough, yeah. Don't be greedy, right?
Exactly, don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy.
Is that an Animate Dead in his hand? Yeah.
Yes.
So he can still get something.
He can still get something going, but Sylvius might even have another therapy to...
Just anything to remove Animate Dead.
Yeah, definitely. What are we going to see here? What's this? Gallic Teg. Mr. Tegs.
Does that shut off anything in?
It shuts off Unmask.
Oh, yeah, true.
Shuts off Sylvius's Greenstone Zeniths.
Well, yeah, that's the
I'm
other
just going to see Cigar come down here. It's a huge flying idiot.
Huge flying idiots again?
No. I'm going to siege Rhino. Dr. Rhinoceros.
Stomp your way to victory.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty fast clock for Denis, really. Ooh, Needle. I think it's going to name Death Row Shaman.
Yeah, feels like correct.
Probably correct at this point in time.
Oh, yeah.
Just need to protect that graveyard and get something out. Or get something in first, then get it
Yeah.
out. And there's the other one.
Another veteran explorer joining the fray here. I wonder if Sylvius sort of play this Cigada. No, he's keeping 5 mana for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe he is. Honest to God, I have no idea what he could have.
Just doesn't need to cast it very much.
Yeah, maybe he's just playing.
It's
around.
like a win
He's
more.
playing around
Yeah.
Toxic Deluge, maybe.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to overextend.
Cabal Therapy that away as well.
Yeah, Cabal Therapy is pretty huge here.
Uh,
Especially because it's playing Denis at 1.
Reanimate dead.
Yeah.
Seems a little
Poor
sad
Denis,
for
yeah.
Denis.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Got
Another
Chance and a
tipping
needle.
needle. Yeah. Those cards are not creatures. Well, Chancellor is, but he has
Yep.
no way to get it
Yeah.
in the bin.
Unfortunately,
two more basics.
Pippin, Needle, and Friend can't block. And Denis is out of basics now. Just got 2 swamps. So Veteran Explorer is just value for Sylvius, and that's what Nick Fit does basically. It shoves a bunch of basics in his deck, so it can always take advantage out of the exploration provided by the veteran's death.
It can play games.
That's true. And you get to play more colours.
Yeah,
And the more colours you have,
There we
the
go.
better you do.
yeah. As long as you don't get Blood Moon, right?
You
Alright,
play
There we go.
There we go.
Standing the hand, packing it up. Tried to go for the turn 1 kill, basically, but
Punished for it.
Sylvius had the surgical, and he was extremely punished by it.
I think it's risky to go for the turn 1
Definitely.
post board. It's
Definitely.
I think you just need to
Unmask them first.
unmask them. Make
Well,
sure your opponent's hand is clear of disruption.
In Denis's defense, the only card that punishes that line is surgical extraction.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So, and
Very
you
good
can make like I think it's kind of unreasonable that Sylvius has 4 surgicals in the board, but in terms of like estimation of what other people would have, so
Yeah.
if the average player has maybe 2
Yeah.
surgicals,
Yeah.
and that's the only card you're really concerned about
You
in the
don't see
spot.
Leyline drop.
Yeah, and you don't see the ley line come down. You don't see any other like fairy macabre kind of interaction.
You think you're safe.
You think
Yeah.
you're safe,
Yeah.
and it's like a pretty minimal chance. And I like in combat X like forcing your opponent to have it. You know, like because if they don't, you get so much equity.
If you
by-
wait, yeah, it's kind
if
of
you
bad.
wait and they're able to draw into it or draw into a more stable piece of hate where it's like a Tormod's Grip or a spell bomb,
Yeah.
then you can get really punished by giving them that time.
Yeah. We see Denis just sit there. There he goes. Good night, sweet prince. All right. Once again, thanks for joining us for another batch of matches from our fortnightly legacy. We'll be back next fortnight with more and more until and I think we got some sanctioned legacy coming up at the end of this month.
Yeah, that's correct.
The 26th of February, I think we've got a sanctioned. So we'll hopefully get some footage for some sanctioned magic and get some sanctioned Canberra
No
sanctioned.
plus testing here.
No play testing at sanctioned, none at all.
None at all.
Thanks for joining us.
See ya.